All right, 5 albums to get you even deeper into more extreme music. Again, this list is meant to be a progression from the suggestions on the previous list. So, number one here, if you enjoyed Gorguts Obscura, I'm going to recommend Demolich Nespithe, a Finnish death metal band. This album came out in 1993. This is a band that only had one full length album. They broke up shortly after the recording of this album. They've been kind of on and off since then, just as dense and technical as Gorguts, but with an even weirder, more alien-like atmosphere. What really sets this album apart are some of the strangest vocals in death metal history. They sound like some sort of demonic frog croaking from the depths of hell. There's really nothing else like it. Really sets them apart. A classic death metal album, and one that is as weird as it is extreme. All right, number two on this list, if you enjoyed Godflesh's Street Cleaner, I'm going to pivot into some more extreme doom metal and recommend Primitive Man's Caustic. Plain and simple, Primitive Man are the heaviest band in the universe. They are from Denver. They're a doom trio. This came out in 2017 off of Relapse Records. Glacial paced, gargantuan riffs. This creates one of the most oppressive soundscapes in music. Ethan McCarthy's belches aren't screams as much as they are like miniature earthquakes. You can actually feel them vibrate from within you. The first time that I saw Primitive Man and Ethan McCarthy got on the mic and started screaming, my friend hit me with one of those faces that was just like, yeah, this is one of the heaviest. It is the heaviest band in the world. This is the heaviest band in the world, plain and simple. This is as extreme as it gets for pure volume and mass. All right, number three on this list. If you enjoyed Bolt Throwers, for those once loyal, I'm going to recommend Asphyxis the Rack, a Dutch death doom trio. This came out in 1991, and the smoother, more churning riffs and grooves of Bolt Thrower give way to a jagged, crunchier guitar tone, rougher, more throaty vocal delivery. And while both of these bands get into doom-laden territory, Asphyx introduced far more dynamic song shifts, and that makes them feel a lot more unpredictable and intense. And the production is far more raw. 1991, this has that classic old school death metal sound. Both bands are incredibly heavy, but the raw production and the unpredictability of Asphyx makes them feel a lot more extreme than Bolt Thrower. All right, number four on this list. If you enjoyed Grief's Come to Grief, I'm going to recommend The Body and Full of Hell's One Day You Will Ache Like I Ache, a 2016 collaborative album between two bands that on their own are already far into the depths of extremity. Full of Hell with their grinding terror and harsh noise. The Body with an approach to doom that feels a lot like a horror movie soundtrack. Both of these bands incorporate all different types of extreme music into their formula. You put them together, you get something that is experimental, unpredictable, and really there's nothing else like it. Amazing album to get further into more experimental sounds. All right, number five on this list. If you enjoyed Converge's Jane Doe, I'm going to recommend Pig Destroyer's Prowler in the Yard. Following up the extremity of Jane Doe is no small feat, but Pig Destroyer is the one band that can do it. This came out in 2001. This really redefined what grind could be. This is a masterpiece of the genre. And honestly, it feels like getting chopped up with a chainsaw. It's the sonic equivalent of that type of torture. This album is just frenetic riffing, relentless drumming, hell-piercing screams that actually feel like they're coming from somebody who's in terrible pain. And best of all, this actually matches the poetic intensity of Converge lyrically. These are great lyrics. It makes the listening experience that much better if you read along. Strongly advise this one, a classic essential album. All right, that's the five. Hope you enjoyed them. Let me know what you think. If you've heard these before, let me know how you feel about these albums. And stay tuned for one more list, 5 albums to progress off of these. Thanks for watching and subscribe for more like this.